Hey my loves, welcome back. It's Catherine and Adobe here again, and today I'm going to be showing you all how we achieved this beautiful looking threading hairstyle. Like I promise you all, you don't want to miss this one, trust me, you don't. So if you want to see how this was achieved, keep on watching this video, and with no further ado, let us dive right in. As usual, we're starting off on a freshly washed hair. I washed and moisturized our hair, so I'm gonna start partitioning the hair or parting the hair, whichever one. For that, I'll be parting a straight line all the way down, like a center parting. To define the pattern, I'll go in with my shine and jam, and again with my rat tail comb, just to clear at the line, make sure that it's very straight. And there we have it, our well section or well parted straight line. So I will start working on one side, as you guys can see. For that, I will start from the back, part a straight line, and go in with a braiding gel or edge control, as it is popularly called. You can use any one of your choice, but I use shine and jam, and this is the thread we'll be using for this style. You all know, you already know what we do here. I don't joke with my Brazilian wool, okay? So I'm gonna unravel that and then start cutting, like cut that. After unraveling, go with a length, like I don't know how to say it, like go with a favorable length, like long but not excessively long, something long enough to give you a long threading. I don't know. So I'll be using 8 strands on each hair, on each one that I'll be threading, like 8 strands to braid onto the hair. Okay, so I'm just gonna put that onto her hair and start braiding. I'll braid to a reasonable length, but not all the way through. Trust me, you don't want to do that. And then I'll go in with 4 strands again, 4 strands of the Brazilian wool to start threading. Mind you, 4 strands, not 2 strands. Like traditionally on this channel, we use 2 strands to thread, but on this particular one, use 4 strands if you want, you want the threading to be thick. You want it not to bend over and stuff like that, not to be like wiggling. Use 4 strands, trust me. And after I got to my desired length, I tied that out. For the back, you don't want it to be very long. Like, you start progressing the length as you go further upwards. Does that make any sense? Like, from the back, you don't want it to be very long, trust me. So this is the next one. You see the shape we are doing, you would want it to be looking like the shape, and that is because we want the line to be straight. So if you want your own line to be straight, it will be giving you kind of like a triangle shape. Okay, for you to achieve a straight line, you all know the side of ear is not the same length with the middle of our head. Like the side of our head, the ear side is not the same length. So when you're cutting your line, you'll be getting the triangle shape. But don't worry, at the end of the day, it's gonna be equal to the middle. I know you all already understand what I'm trying to say, even though my explanation is not clear. I know you understand what I am doing here with the explanation. I know. Anywho's, we are progressing. As you guys can see, we are progressing, gradually coming to the front. Okay, so again, we're parting a straight line, but that straight line definitely is given a triangle shape. That was what we want. So I'll comb that out, slick it down with the edge control, and also apply in my conditioner so the hair don't dry out. You all know threading hairstyle dries out hair a lot, so you want to moisturize the hair before you start threading. Very important. So I'll braid 8 strands of the Brazilian wool onto her hair like we usually do, and next I'll go in with 4 strands to start threading. For this particular one, you want the threading to be very long, because like I said, as you progress to the front, your threading got to start being long. Don't worry, you're gonna see the reason later. I'm gonna keep threading. I know I haven't really mentioned about this brushing in effect, this whole brushing in, like going, you draw it. I don't know, I haven't actually mentioned it, but that is what we're doing here. You would want to brush the hair all the way to the middle, very important. Obviously, you probably need your edge control at this point, so the hair is in place, so the hair is in order. Even when you're dealing with a fussy hair, like my daughter's thick hair, you would want, to slick the hair all the way down. So once I got my desired length. I tie that out securely, very important. And next, we are here at the front. This was supposed to be the second to the last, but we are not, doing the same thing we did with the front one. We just, I just sectioned out the front, the one that is supposed to be at the front entirely. I just parted that out because I want to be doing a different style entirely there. So in other words, this is the last one or the first one for this pattern, for the pattern that I've been doing since. You notice how this one is not looking a triangle shape or something. See, when you're doing this kind of style, you need to apply your sense to this, so you know when to stop your triangle shaping thingy. Does that make any sense? We want that middle part, like this front part. We want it to have the shape of like a V shape, or is that a C shape? Let's say a V shape. I don't know. Look, when you're doing this style yourself, you would know all these things. Okay, there are things no one will tell you, and you just know that if I do this thing like this, it's gonna be perfect. So that was what was happening with this hairstyle. As I was progressing, I'm realizing, okay, this should go like this should go like that. Anywho's, I have just done that, and we're gonna do the next one, but I'll be doing that off camera. But first of all, I just want to part out the whole style. We want to, like I told you all, we'll be doing a different style at the front, so I just want to section that out before I would do the other side. Just the same thing I did, the whole trading that I did on this side, you guys saw me do. I'm gonna be doing it on the other side, but first of all, I had to section this out that I'll be dealing with later. So I did that off camera, and here we have it, all done. So moving on to the front, let's do what we're gonna do here. I'm just gonna pat out a little bit of line, just something like this, not too big, something like this, because I want to achieve like five of the style that I want at the front. So I will start by braiding the Brazilian wool onto her hair. 8 strands. Okay, we're not changing anything with the wool, the quantity of wool we're using, the strands of wool we're using, we're not changing anything. And 4 strands again for the threading. Okay, but we're doing something here. We are given this kind of illusion. Hey, see, this is the whole place where my explanation is going to scatter, because I have no words at all for whatever I'm doing here. But don't worry, I'm gonna slow down the next one, so you guys can see. But after I got my desired length, I will cut out the ends. Watch this process. You can't even watch it either, because there's a way I just couldn't do it in a way for you guys to see. I am sorry, but I don't know. Yeah, I just called that. I did kind of like a coiling thing backwards, kind of like a corkscrew thing, but I don't know. Anyways, you guys will see better in the next clip, but I just have to cut out the excess, and there we have it. So moving on to this next one, let me slow down the process so you guys can see what I'm doing here. I'm not going to say anything, so watch closely. And that is pretty much it. We are done with the front. I'm sorry I don't have any clip anymore showing how I did that corkscrew, but I know you guys have probably figured that out. But that aside, we are done with the front, so let's deal with the back. So we're gonna start tucking them in. Okay, we're just gonna start passing them across each other, one after the other. You don't want to pack everything and do this at once, like one after the other. Everything will be tucked inwards, okay, not outward. We're tucking them inwardly. Okay, you see how I'm doing it one by one, using one threading at a time to cover the rest, using it to cover, and till I get to this place, till I get to this down. And I'm just gonna take like 2 or 4 3 strands to start wrapping. Okay, we're gonna wrap that. One thing I would like to point out with this wrapping process is you probably would want to cut out the ends of the threading, like all the threading on this particular one that I'm wrapping. You want to like cut out the ends so it's not bulky. My own is very bulky, and if I would take this back, I would cut out a little bit of the threadings. As you guys can see, like this is very bulky. I don't like it. I don't know why I didn't realize this at the time I was making this hair. So you would want to cut out some ends. Don't cut it out before tucking in. No, please take note. Do not cut the ends out before tucking in. You want to tuck everything in after tucking in. Okay, then you tie it a little bit so they don't unravel before you can cut out some of the ends. Because trust me, some of the ends that you might want to cut out would be needed in this wrapping in process. Okay, because some of them will not be as long as so some of them will be needed in this wrapping in process. So don't cut out at that stage. You like once you get to this stage, you just tie it a little bit and then you cut out the ends, some of the ends, before you start threading again. That way this thing is not very bulky. Please take note of this, very important. So it's not very bulky, because it was really bulky at the time I was doing the next stage that you guys will see. At this point, I went ahead to cut out the end. I'm just going to put each of them across each other, then tie it onto the root of one of the threading on each side. And that is it for that. I use my lighter whatever to burn the end so it doesn't unravel, and I went ahead to tie this whole place together so it's not covering on her face, so it's so it's not all over her face. And guys, we are literally done, and I went ahead to start slicking down her hair. I was done at this point. I was like, oh my god, let me breathe in. When I got to this stage, I just had to like calm down my nerve. I was super excited. See what I'm talking about? You see how bulky the back is? Please don't do what I did. So the back of your child's hair is not looking like this. So when I realized that this whole back was just too bulky, it wasn't doing it for me, I later did something. But you guys, take a moment to admire this hair. It is so gorgeous. I'm sorry about the length of this video, but if this video is not long, you will not get all the 360 of this hair. You will not understand everything. There are like so many ways to this hairstyle, so forgive the length of this video. Okay, but take a moment to admire this hair. It looks so gorgeous. By the time she went to school the next day, everyone was like, oh, Adobe's hair is so beautiful, because most of them already know that I make my daughter's hair. So they were like, oh, you made this hair, it's so gorgeous, it's so beautiful. Yeah. Anywho, I went ahead to remove the whole tucking in that I did. It was just not doing it for me. Use the butterfly bow to add some colors, and it looked even more gorgeous. I like this one more than the previous one I did, after putting in the butterfly bow, and it looked so gorgeous. And yeah, that brings us to the end of this video, guys. The ride has finally come to an end. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know between this one with the bow and the other one which you prefer most, and let me know in the comment section. And if you enjoyed what you watched, don't forget to give the video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't, and see you all in my next one. Bye. Over here, I can feel you over here. You take up every corner of my